Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. And it used to be when I wrote a sermon, whoever was in the room was the only person who ever heard it. And, that would range from whatever the size of the congregation was when I did it. It's for a pastor, it is the one single most thing we put our time and effort into. And so the limitations of that, they were what they were, but it could be disappointing. So at a certain point, I realized that I could create a blog, which would mean that I could put the transcript of my sermons online for people who ask, because people would sometimes ask. And then we came to the pandemic, and we were able to put recordings of the sermons online and put them into playlists. So if that's all you were looking for, if you were only looking for the children's message or the choir anthem, you could find it. And yet there's another way that can be accessed, the sermons can be accessed, and that started on Friday, a podcast called Sermons from San Diego. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. I love that line on whenever you listen to a podcast. So now there's one more way in which people can access my sermons, and compared to the way it was, 20 years ago, wow, you can really perhaps have a significant impact if it gets around and people share it and so forth. And that's actually why we would do any of this, is not to get more eyeballs on it, but who is looking for that kind of content that is helpful and hopeful and meaningful for them. And so this sermon series I've done this summer, starting with Abraham and Sarah and all the way down from Isaac and Jacob and Esau and now into Joseph, that whole series is now available if you go to sermonsfromsandiego.buzzsprout.com or, again, go to where you get podcasts. I'm not the greatest at wanting to promote something I've done, but here it is. Something I've done, and I would love for you to access it, and I would love for you to share it. And in this Sunday's sermon, there's a line that I wanted to share that you could go back and listen to the whole thing, but that is that everything doesn't happen for a reason. We've often heard that. Everything happens for a reason, but I don't believe that. I believe that everything that happens can serve a purpose, that serves to serve someone. That everything that happens is not just doesn't just destroy us, but gives us the power of meaning to share with someone else, how we get through it, the fact that we do get through it, that God is with us. Everything happens for a reason sounds kind of like God's a jerk, and I don't believe that, but we can take everything that happens and serve one another. And you can learn more about it. I said it more eloquently, perhaps, because I'm always better at something I've actually written than I am just talking off the cuff. But with that, I pray you have a grateful day, grateful week, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.